Right guys, it's 20th of June. Excuse me, we've just come back. We've had a couple of more days away in the van, absolutely loved it. But I need to crack on and get this fruit thinned. So, I'm hoping you can see, it's been a very good fruit set. Even though, I mean, this is an old tree which I inherited when I got this plot. You see there's quite a lot of dead wood. So at some point I need to try and get round and cut that out, burn it. But I just want to keep it going as long as I can really. So the idea is that all these long ropes of, we need to thin these out like drastically. I know it's not the end of June yet, but I think whatever's going to fall off has fallen off. A little bit of brown rot on that one. So yeah, I'll get going. So I've done videos on this before and I'll put it up somewhere at the end. I'm using these quite fine pointed secateurs, and this is a length of branch I've just to give you an idea of what I'm doing. Alright, and then contrast that with this one. Hopefully you can see how close they are. See, and then you get down, it's like a huge bunch of grapes. So what I've done, put a bucket underneath. I mean, really ideally I'd have a tarp, I just haven't got one today. But just to capture them in, I will pick up any that I can, and then unfortunately I just, well, you could compost them, I'll just throw them on the banking. Right, I'll come back to you. Alright guys, so I've been going at it, I don't know, about an hour, and you can see there's just about a complete bucket full there of thinnings. There's some parts of the tree, if I just try and show you, I don't know if this camera will pick it up, excuse me, but sort of up there, and those long whippy ones. I know there's some big bunches there, but I haven't really got ladders that are safe to get up there. This tree's, I'll just show you as well, this tree's in pretty poor condition. Start picking that up there. It's woodpeckers or what it is, but you can see this whole branch here is quite rotten, so I'm not going to risk life and limb trying to get up, and they'll just have to take the chance. But everything else that I could get to, I've thinned them out. I mean, what you can do is you can come back again in a couple of weeks' time, and in fact what I'd recommend is just carry on walking around the tree once a week maybe. Just keep looking for bunches you've missed or things like that. I'm just going to show you something else. I've got 3 things here that you might want to be paying attention to when you're working your plum tree. So that's just a pile of dead wood. So I'll say I'm going to spend another 5 minutes just chopping that out. This one's quite interesting. You see here the fruits have become dried up, sort of shriveled, and so what happened there is, if you look at cut it off, and if you look at that bark, there's no green, there's no cambium layering, so obviously it must have got canker or something, and there's no more sap coming down to provide nutrients to these fruits, and that's why they're all shriveling up. Same with this one, it's the same. You see it's kind of gone shriveled, the leaves are going yellow, and again if you look at the bark, it's all brown, it's dead, there's no cambium there. And then the third example here, we've got classic brown rot, which is a fungal disease. So if you want to, if you see that, you definitely do not want to leave that on. Remove it and then bin it, bag it up, or burn them. Don't leave them lying around on the floor or anything like that. So there's 3 things I hope you'll pay attention to when you're thinning your tree. So I've actually got this one to do, which was one I grafted onto a wild plum stock. And can you see like that, the weight of the fruit is pulling it down, and you can see all the clusters there. So I won't get this done today, I'm going to come back down tomorrow. But they all need doing. So I'll get that done. I've got the apples to do. And this damson, let me just show you that. I don't really bother thinning the damson much, even though you can see they're quite close together. They don't usually have the same problems as if you were to leave plums like in that sort of condition. See one there, so that would have, you see the colour of it, so that would have just dropped off anyway, so I would kind of remove those because I know they're going to drop off anyway. There is a little bit of brown rot here, so definitely remove that. Check that over there. So yeah, I just tend to go around, and all these are going to drop off. See these little red coloured ones. And then I'll come again, I'll just sort of walk around it once a week, and anything like, say, any fungal brown rot or anything like that, I'll just remove that straight away. But I generally don't thin them out. With the pear tree I've got a bit more time, but if you take this one here for example, there's 3 fruits on that cluster there, so remove one. It looks like it's got some scab, so I'd remove that. Again, there's 3 on this one, so take one out. So generally leave on the pear 2 to a cluster on that one. Then with apples, so this spur here, you can see it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it's got 6 on. Far too many. This central one is known as the king fruit, so I'm going to take that one out, and then I'll probably just leave 3 on it, so 50%, you know, removal. And again, just go, you know, they all haven't got 6 or 7 on, but I generally do 2 or 3 maximum to a spur with the apples. Well guys, I decided to stay down the orchard in case I can't get down tomorrow. We're due rain anyway tomorrow, so I thought I'd crack on anyway. And you can see I've got about 2/3 of a bucket of, these are apple thinnings, the majority is, a few pear one right at the bottom, but the majority are apple, and only about 5 trees maybe, because some haven't got any fruit on, some have just thinned themselves down to 2 to a spur, so no work needed. And there's about 3 or 4 trees that aren't ready yet, need to come back in about 10 days time, maybe a couple of weeks. But the majority, I don't know if I can zoom in, came off that tree there, which I regrafted, and there was, each one had about 6 or 7 fruits to a spur, so when you take them down to 2, you know, it's surprising how much they can fill a bucket. Right, I just want to go and have a look at the Codling Moth Trap. Alright guys, I'm hoping you can see in there, let me have a count up a minute. Difficult to see with it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh wow. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 10, maybe even 11 in there. You can see them. So this pheromone trap really works, and if those moths obviously hadn't been caught, they'd have mated with the female and had been laying eggs on the fruit, which you can't see with the naked eye, so you think all is well, and then come sort of towards harvest time, you'll see a little brown circle, and that's actually the grub inside. So yeah, I'm really very happy with that. I knew they would be flying once these nights got to sort of 15 and above. That's when they seem to come out. I'm just going to harvest those few remaining pinks. I'll be taking cuttings off those soon because I want to extend this bed along here, so if I get a window next week, I'll be taking cuttings from those. That's it from a tired hot woody. Oh, I tell you, it's 27 today, so it's pretty warm. So I'm going to get these flowers and go home, and if there's any questions about fruit thinning, so just pop me a comment down below if you have any questions. I'll put some more videos up. ones I've done in the past, and hope that they help you. And thanks as always for watching. Please like and subscribe, and see you in the next one. Bye for now.